gentlemen, and ladies, but mostly gentlemen. My name's Deadpool, and I bet you're wondering why the red suit. Well, that's because I got a movie to review. Have you seen it? No? Why not? No money, you say? Well, boy, do I have a surprise for you. Let's see here. I'll just reach into my coin purse and... Oh! I got you $1. Oh! You're gonna have to be quicker than that. Eat shit, Hugh Jackman. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jesse Swift, and I'm here with my official Deadpool movie review. It's been a long time coming. This has been a movie that has been in production hell for many years, and the fans have been begging for it ever since we saw the character severely mistreated in the X-Men Origins movie, and we got Barakapool. And apparently Ryan Reynolds was pissed off enough to stay with the project, keep it a passion project of his, and then they got the writers from Zombieland. You got Tim Miller, a first-time director that has done a lot of visual effects for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. He's worked with Blur Studios and done a lot of the cinematics, the CGI cinematics for various video games like Arkham Knight and DC Universe Online. So there was just a lot of interesting elements melded into the pot here. And, does it work? For the most part, I think it does. I think this movie was well casted. The action was great. There's a lot of elements that are really strong. I don't feel like there's a lot of, other than the humor, there's not a lot of high points that really stick out. But this movie was in a lot of ways very original, just from the opening credits to the end credits to the after credits. And just the way that they had the humor with Ryan Reynolds. He is kind of a very different kind of comedic actor. He played very well off of T.J. Miller. And there's humor throughout the film. I think that's one of its strongest suits, is how funny it is. And it almost throws you off a little bit because there's a lot of moments in this movie that take itself very seriously. And it's unexpected when you have all this blood, gore, swearing, fourth wall breaking. And you're having a lot of fun in the movie. So that when it slows down to tell some of Wade's origin story, it takes you out a little bit. And I felt like I was waiting to get back to Deadpool. I bought my ticket to see The Merc with the Mouth. I already know Wade's origin story, so I was a little impatient, and I understand why they have it in there. I think they could have done it a little bit faster, so that would be one of my flaws. But Marina Baccarin, correct me if I'm wrong on the name, but the girl that plays Wade Wilson's love interest, Vanessa Carlyle, she did great. And actually at the core of this movie, this isn't really a spoiler, but there's a huge love story in this film, and it's actually the driving force of the movie. And watching the trailers, you would never thought it was true, but all that kind of funny marketing for Valentine's Day wasn't too far off. And I think the supporting characters do a fantastic job, whether it's Negasonic Teenage Warhead, who provides kind of the teen angst humor handled brilliantly, or it's Colossus. He's kind of Deadpool's straight man, and it's very similar to the comics. He's a pacifist, and I think visually he's the most well realized he's ever been. Sorry, Bryan Singer, but you didn't even come close. And then also included in that, Gina Carano I don't think really offered too much other than just having a physical presence. And then Ed Skrein or Skrein, whatever his name is, the guy that plays Ajax or Francis, he did really good in the movie for what they had him do, which is just be a really straightforward villain. They didn't need a lot of depth on him. They just needed somebody to be an evil douchebag, and that's exactly what he was. So he handled that very well. So you guys are probably wondering, what do I have to look forward to? Well, you're going to get some laughs harder than others. Not all the jokes hit, but I think a fair amount of them do. You're going to get some really creative action with a blend of CGI that works really well for the character, and you're just going to see a lot of ridiculous stuff. And I think you're going to be laughing both at some of the slapstick humor and some of the situational humor, and some of the humor you just really have to think, or a lot of times it's Easter eggs. There's a lot of references to Ryan Reynolds' past work, X-Men Origins, and several other things. So if you're not really paying attention to the movie world or Ryan Reynolds' career, you might miss some jokes. So I think this is definitely a movie that is focused for the in crowd, but the general audience can get some enjoyment out of it. I definitely want to know, if you have seen the movie, what do you think? So please leave a comment down below. And if you haven't seen the movie, let me know what you're looking forward to. Let me know what you thought of my review. And just to close things out, I want to give my final thoughts on the movie, and I'm going to give this a brilliant score. I thought the movie was great. I had a lot of fun with it. I think there's some things that they could have done a little bit better. A longer runtime would be appreciated, and more focus on the Merc with the Mouth and a little less focus on Wade Wilson. But I think we're going to get all the things I want in the coming sequel that was just announced already. So until next time, may the film be with you always.